And we're in the 6th game of the grand finals of the Coronation Cup between Food Please and Splay Buzzer. And I think this game can be watched without any problems, or at least I hope so. We'll see soon. We are on the home map of Food Please, who lost the last game, and it has actually Arena. And traditionally, you would just counter Splay Buzzer by picking Arena. Because he's not known to be a strong arena player. However, I think he got a lot of practice recently. So I think he might have an ace up his sleeve on this map. Looking at the civilizations, Splay Buzzer actually getting Turks, so a classic arena civilization and a very strong one at that. So he might actually go for a fast Imperial at this point. Food Please on the other side, actually getting the Italians. So remember, it's all random civ, so people are not allowed to complain about what civ they get. But I think Italians also not a bad civilizations because they have some very good late game options. They also have the Condottiero, which is basically an anti-gunpowder unit. So I'm not even sure that the Turks are so strongly favored at this point. But we will see. Maybe it won't even come to the Imperial Age. So yeah, as Splay Buzzer points out, no laming this time. So I think laming is over for now, but we'll see what happens. Kind of an awkward map generation for Food Please, to be honest. I mean, he does not have wood inside of his walls, so that could almost be an admin. I mean, yes, this wood is basically technically inside of his walls, but still a little bit weird. I think it's a little bit better for Splay Buzzer, but yeah, I don't think it will make a huge difference there. And what a series this was so far. I mean, it's 3-2 for Splay Buzzer at the moment, so Splay Buzzer can take this game and then the whole series, and this will mean that he will win the Coronation Cup. But anything can happen, especially on Arena. I mean, it's the home map of Food Please. He used to be good on Arena, then he kind of went for more an aggressive style in recent years, but I still think he has it in him. He's just a very, very good player. It actually was the map where he, for the very first time, was able to defeat me. So because since he's a lot younger and we used to play a lot, and when I just was older, I was just able to easily defeat him. But now he's just at his prime, and he has practiced so much, so he can easily defeat me now. But this was his very first victory against me. I think he still had a different nickname back then, and I still have some old recordings of this, maybe, which I still need to find on my old hard drive. But let's see. Yeah, so they're talking about strategy, talking about castle drops. Castle drops have been effective in the Coronation Cup so far already. But let's see what these players will be going for. So Food Please now going for the classical deer push or ibex push, and the Food Please economy, the trademarked Food Please economy at this point. But getting a nice lure in there, a nice push in for the deer. If we look a little bit at the map, we see that the gold piles for Splay Buzzer are more in the back. Well, this can be. Yeah, this is also in the back. That's very nice for him. Food Please has one in the back, and the other one is more to the front. So maybe a siege monk push could be an option for Splay Buzzer as well. So there's a lot of options that he could go for to put some pressure on his opponent. So yeah, we see some wall deletion here in the very back. That may be because of a boar or some other things, but otherwise pretty standard arena opening. However, there's one thing of Splay Buzzer that I'm a little bit surprised of, and which I'm not don't totally agree with, is that he's actually taking the ibex with a mill. I mean, it's the easier approach. If you're not used to pushing in the deer, then it's maybe an easier approach. And we've seen players fall behind because they were trying to do some fancy pushing. So maybe it's the better option. And also you can use your scout to go around the map. And if you look at the Fog of War, Food Please, well, he did scout quite a lot, but Splay Buzzer just I think he scouted more because he had more scouting time available to him. Now, as usual on Arena, not much is happening in the beginning. I mean, we've seen some attempts at early aggression. So, for instance, Gummy Bear tried the Tower Rush, but it really didn't work out too well. I don't think that that Arena is the map to do that. It might work, but I think Arena is really a map where the aggression or everything starts in Castle Age. So I hope that both players have their fast castle build orders down. So both players still in the Dark Age. I think they want to go for maybe 26, 27 pop. Again, please economy, trademark. So we should maybe get some t-shirts for us with the food please economy. That could be fun. Yeah, but as I was saying, so they want to aim for like 25 to 27 pop. I think 27 pop is the easier one. Splay Buzzer, I think, is going for the 27 pop. Not clicking up for some point, for some reason. Oh, he still waits for Loom to complete, and I think that's a mistake. That's what you do on open maps, but on Arena you actually don't get Loom until much later, unless you want to go aggressive. So maybe that's a pointer to him for him to go more aggressive here. But let's see what he will be going for. But usually, due to the stone walls, your villages are not going to get pressured at all. So you can just skip Loom until Castle Age, when you have like a second town center up, then or a third town center. Then you can actually go for Loom if you actually have the time. Now Splay Buzzer having 2 more villages, and I think the food pieces build order to Castle Age is much more tight. So let's see if he will be able to actually pull it off. Splay Buzzer's resources looking very, very good. I just need more wood actually. Food pieces actually also looking pretty good. So I think if he also lacks a little bit of wood, but I think it won't be too big of a deal. And actually, oh yeah, that's one thing I forgot. The Italians have a bonus that their aging up is actually cheaper. And again, the players having a little bit of banter in the chat, because on Arena you just have so much free time. There's no early aggression, so you can just chat away and taunt your opponent. So please now going for Market and Blacksmith, and he's very wise to put it next to his walls, because oftentimes the walls are being breached and then you have a second layer behind. However, I think he wants to secure those resources, so it actually makes sense. But sometimes it can make sense to not do it directly, but more in a concave, so that you have a second layer that's further in the back. So let's see what those players are doing, and Splay Buzzer doing the same. He's a little bit behind because he went up with 2 more villages, and he now has 4 more villages actually, so he produced even more. Or I think Food Please actually idled his town center, because he should actually have produced 2 villages in Feudal Age, especially as he is the Italians. But yeah, he was busy typing, he was busy taunting, kind of a warfare on a psychological level, which can win games. I mean, we've seen it against Gummy Bear, basically, where Gummy Bear was way ahead, and then in the end, Food Please, by just doing his psychological warfare, being annoying, being a pest, he was able to come out on top in the end. Very nice horse color research after you've seeded all the farms. But of course, if you're not a practiced arena player, then that's just things that happen, and that's we're not allowed to criticize here. But like, if you have the build orders perfectly down, then you research this before you seed the farms. But yeah, that's not much to criticize here too, to be honest. Splay Buzzer having 5 more villages, so that's a lot more villagers, a bigger villager advantage than he actually should have. So I think Food Please really slipping a little bit there. Maybe he's getting nervous because he could lose the series right here, right now. And Food Please doing the wise thing, kind of. He's going for outposts. Although on Arena, I'm not sure. Maybe on Arena it's better to go for scouts to preempt the monks if you think your opponent is going for monks. So that's something you could do. So I'm not really sure, but look at this Splay Buzzer actually going for militia. So he really wants to maybe go for a siege tower drop. What is this? What is he doing, Splay Buzzer? Going for militia. Now I have to check really quickly because that's one thing I don't know. Yes, they do get supplies, but I don't think Splay Buzzer researched this. So that's something that you really should go for. So that's a known strategy on Arena is a long swordsman siege tower push, but you really want to get supplies first. And I think Food Please has no idea. He's just booming away. He's placing another town center. Already has a town center in the back, so 3 TC booming, and he will just be happily booming away. And already he has basically equalized the difference in the villager number. And Splay Buzzer, interestingly, he is not going for long swordsmen. Instead, he's going for battering rams with the Turks. So that's a strategy we have never seen before. So basically, swordsman battering ram push, and this might actually work. Please has nothing. He's just booming. He's happy, and he's maybe placed the second town center a little bit early because he needs more farms to be able to keep them constantly producing, and you don't want to end up in a Splay Buzzer situation where you have 5 town centers and all of them are idle on Arena. So yeah, let's see. I think he just needs a lot more farms here, and he's if we look at the resources, yeah, he's kind of out of wood. He doesn't have enough wood, and that's why he doesn't have enough farms, and that's why he cannot produce from all of the town centers, I think, even though he still has some villages queued. So I think for now it works out, but in the long run he needs a little bit more. At the same time, is there already some movement? No. Splay Buzzer, also very smartly done. I mean, he has placed these buildings outside of the sight range of the scout or Food Please. Even if he went up to this edge here, he won't be able to see it actually. And now we have this fully loaded battering rams. Still, it's militia at this point, but once they go forward, I mean, he's just preparing this, and once he goes forward, he can just get the upgrades, and that way he doesn't waste any production time. Also, you see, this outpost, well, didn't do a lot. I mean, a house would have just been the same, basically. Now we see some, I wouldn't say panic, but like kind of scared houses at the walls over here for Food Please, who is still just happily booming, and he's kind of scared of a castle drop. That's what he said, and I think he is actually scared because he's getting a lot of stone. However, for the viewers out there, if you really want to go for a castle drop yourself or want to defend from it, it's already kind of too late. I mean, you already have 3 TCs up. It's 22 minutes. You could already have a castle next to your walls right there. So I don't know, but it's good to have the stone so you could place a defensive castle. And yes, that's exactly what he's doing. So that's very nice. I'm not 100% sure. I mean, it's a good position. I mean, he is defending the stone and the gold, so it's very good. And yeah, in the long run, he could actually wall cross here, but no. Look what's coming here. The choo-choo siege train, and we got now finally getting supplies after we have created like 20 swordsmen. We're getting supplies, so that's 1,000 food down the drain. But okay, oh, it's not that much, but it's a lot. It would have been worth it already. Now we're getting forward barracks. Long swordsman is coming in, and Food Please actually. He doesn't have anything, and also, I mean, he's making a castle. He will be able to make his unique unit, which was the Genoese crossbowman. Genoese crossbowman not so great against what's coming in here, especially not against the rams. So Genoese crossbowman pretty good against cavalry, and yeah, he's probably expecting some cavalry. But yeah, not so good against rams and swordsmen. And yeah, Splay Buzzer is just going to push in here, and look at the panic walls by Food Please. What a panic move! It's like, okay, I have nothing. the Rams are just coming in. And I mean, keep in mind, I mean, we've been in Castle Age for a couple of minutes, but still, Food Please has nothing to defend from this. He has 2 Genoese crossbowmen, but it's just not going to be enough. I mean, now he will try to wall out the Rams, but I don't think it's going to work out. I think those are enough. I think he needs to pull all the villagers. He needs to pull the villagers and try to make something happen. But keep in mind, the Rams are garrisoned, the longswordsmen are there, and they can just pick off the villagers. And more longswordsmen are coming into the back, and what a play there! They also have both armor upgrades. They have +1 attack, and I think the castle will just get better down. And even though Food Please was at, or still is at, a big village advantage due to the booming, he has nothing, no way to defend from this. Splaybuzzer just gonna take this with his wacky strategy with Turks on arena going into Rams and longswordsmen, but it seems to be working out. What a game! What a play! I mean, yeah, Food Please still has this little corner over here, but he's not making military, now finally dropping some stables. Maybe he's hoping to go for knights. I mean, I'm not even sure what to even make here, because there's just so many longswordsmen, so you also need a lot of knights to counter them. And then they can just hop into the Rams and back out again. And yeah, the first town center is down, the castle is down. Splaybuzzer could also ram down the blacksmith and the market, which I think could be a good move here. Deny the upgrades from your opponent, which still he has no upgrades on this knight. But yeah, he should just continue with the pressure, and that's exactly what he's doing. He's producing from the barracks here, going for another barracks over here, having a siege workshop forward. He still has 5 Rams, and some of them are garrisoned. And yeah, I think it's a very, very strong position for Splaybuzzer. And yeah, there's a village lead for Food Please, but look at the military difference. It's 20 military against 10, so double the military. However, we got a lot of knights, so maybe it would be a good move for Splaybuzzer to mix in a few spearmen. Although, as I say, the Turks don't get pikemen. But look at this. Look at the surround by the longswordsmen. They just hop out of the Rams and they just slaughter the knights. And well, you've got the upgrades on the longswordsmen. They only have 60 HP, but they have 11 attack against the 10 of the knights, and they have 3 armor, or 2 armor. Okay, knights have 1 more armor, but they're just so much more cheaper. Now actually Splaybuzzer is going for the spearmen, but I think just go for full-on longswordsmen. Just don't waste the food on the spearmen. Just go on for full-on longswordsmen there, because yeah, if you can just overwhelm your opponent with numbers, there's nothing he can do. And yeah, look at this panic wall, didn't do much, and now the Rams are coming in. The siege train is rolling, and the town bell is rung. Okay, but okay, that was probably the town bell of Splaybuzzer. Interesting. Probably some kind of hotkey mess up, but yeah, the town center of Food Please will fall, and I think all the knights will fall. The villagers are fighting, but I think it's not gonna work. Look at the military numbers, 27 military against 3 military. Now even the camel is coming out for Splaybuzzer, because Turks can make camels. And yeah, there's some hangmill here, not doing much. Japanese crossbowman, not gonna do much. And I think that's GG. I think there's nothing that Food Please can do. What is this game? What is this strategy? I have never seen a game like this. And Splaybuzzer showing clearly why he's still the king, why he still is the crowned king of Age of Empires. Food Please calling it GG. He's like, he cannot believe this. What the hell he's saying. And what a play. I mean, Food Please had no chance. Splaybuzzer just demolished him. He was like, okay, it's the finals now. I bring my A game. Even after he drank 3 beers, he was like, okay, now I'm gonna play seriously. And he just came in with this, I would say, wacky strategy, but it was so effective. His opponent was just not prepared, didn't do anything. And yeah, not much that Food Please could do, to be honest. I mean, one thing I have to point out is that the map generation was also good for the strategy, because Splay Buzzer could just go around and attack from an angle here, but still, I mean, Fuplis had nothing. He was just happily booming away, and that was the mistake. And in the end, Splay Buzzer wins, and Splay Buzzer is the crowned champion of the Coronation Cup. He is still number 1. So even after getting housed, getting a new villager, producing a villager, and getting attacked by the wolves, he's still number 1. He doesn't need a lot of practice. He just needs to bring his A game at the crucial moment. Even though he lost against Fuplis in the group stage, but who cares? I mean, this is the real deal, the grand finals, and he was able to deliver. And so congratulations to our winner, Splay Buzzer, but also congratulations to Fuplis for an amazing performance, phenomenal plays from him, especially the laming. So laming award might actually be going to him, but we will have to wait on what the organizers will have to say about this. But what a series, what a game. I'm so hyped. What a tournament, to be honest. This has been, we'll just quickly look at the statistics, but I mean, was Castle Age, and then you see this huge spike in military number. Yes, he did not produce any villages anymore, or just a few, but it didn't matter. He just overwhelmed his opponent, and I think it was even better than the siege tower push, because with the rams you can just also demolish the town centers, and I think the siege tower is just a gimmick and not really viable at this point. What a game. Alrighty guys, I think that's it for today. Finally, we've been able to cast all of the games in the series, and it was my pleasure, even though it took some time to figure everything out and get the replays to work, but it was definitely worth it. So I'm Peter Host, and I hope to see you in a game soon. Bye bye.